Hello everyone and welcome to Discover Merrimack. I'm your host, Rosemarie Rung, and this show is about all the hidden treasures in our town. And I discovered one a few months ago, and her name is Ingrid French, and she is a health coach, and it just got me so curious about what a health coach does, because I've seen some of your pictures, and it's just amazing the transformation in people, Ingrid.
Absolutely.
And tell us how did you get into this, and what does a health coach do?
So I discovered this program when I kind of hit my limit and it's a personal journey for everyone, but for me, I just felt that I needed something to help me get healthier. Like just doing it on my own wasn't enough. We all have said the same things. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to walk more. I need to stop eating this or that. But you know, I really needed something to help guide me and coach me along so I can really make an impact for myself. And every journey is so different for every individual. And that's the best thing about this program. It's called Optavia, and I'm a personal certified health coach with Optavia. So I'm able to provide one-on-one personal coaching and support as an individual starts their health journey and their transformation process.
So did you, when you were reaching your own personal moment, and believe me, I've been there
We've
many
all been
times.
at those moments.
I'm kind of there now.
And people stop and restart those moments. It's a cycle, and to maintain that health, that's why it's a lifestyle transformation. It's not a diet. Because these quick fix diets, you know, I lost a few pounds, but it's more than that. It's an overall being healthy in all aspects of our lives. You know, it's emotional, physical, everything. So it's not just a number on the scale. It's so much more than that.
So when you hit your moment, did you go to this program and have success, and that's how you got into it, or did you figure out on your own? Or?
I have a very close friend that we grew up on the same street back in Connecticut, and I kept seeing her post her side-by-sides and her story, her journey and I saw what her transformation looked like, and I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And she's like, oh, call me. And I'm just like, I'm just not ready for a program, you know. And I had that obstacle the excuse that I gave continually, but then finally I came to that side of the cliff, and I'm just like, I gotta ask for help. I have to reach out and find out what she did. So I did. I accepted with grace that I needed that extra help, that stepping stone, and she's been my coach since. So being able to become a coach myself and be able to share that gift with others, whoever may be in need of that, has just been great as well.
Well, let's look at your photo, because here it is. What's the years like?
That's 2 years ago. So I lost, it was about 30 to 40 pounds that I lost. And then I just said, oh, I think I could do this on my own. It's just another obstacle I put out there for myself. So, you know, I paused, but I got back on program. And you'll always kind of be on program because it's a lifestyle change. You know, we learn how to change our habits during this process, and just being able to accept that we all kind of fall short and just be graceful about it for yourself. And I was able to then get back on program for myself and continue my journey. So
how many clients have you consulted?
Throughout the couple years, up to 20, and then some people just hit what we call maintenance, so they reach their own personal goal, whether it's a weight goal or you know, an emotional goal, whatever that goal is for that personal individual. Then we transition into a maintenance, and that's where with Optavia, people are able to maintain a weight loss or whatever their health goal is, because during this process we work toward that baby step. So it's, you know, micro and macro habits, changing our habits over time, and not just a quick changeover, because we don't then instill the new habits that we learned along the way. So learning all these habits are able to help everyone maintain weight loss or whatever their health journey is.
Yeah, so is the primary motivator when people call you is that they, is it they have a sickness, they have to lose weight, or they're just tired?
A lot of times it's just they know that they need to lose weight. For me, it was an emotional, I need to do something before before I get sick, whether it's a diabetes or I go up yet another size in my pants or whatever people's journey is, right? Or emotionally held back for some reason. There's just, everyone's so different on their journey. So, when they realize that they want to make that change and making the decision to love themselves and say, I need help, or I want some guidance with this. I can't do it on my own. That's when people, they're always watching my posts on Facebook, but it's when they reach out to ask, okay, what are you doing? Like, how can this help me? That's when it kind of, the switch flips for them and says, they need help, and they're accepting that.
So do you see the primary reasons for success are that it is a lifestyle change? So you're looking at those macro or micro habits that turn into macro, but also the personal connection, because I know there's Noom that's been, there are these programs that are looking at habits, but what do you see the real success of a health coach to be?
Well, a health coach with any program, and I don't know Noom that well, and I did look into it before joining Optavia, but I just felt it was very impersonal and almost like a bot. Like I'd have to go online and ask the operator or whoever. So I don't know. Maybe it is a personal coach. I didn't look too much into it. I just didn't feel comfortable enough doing it. But having that personal connection and getting to know you on a one-to-one basis and being by your side the whole journey, even after you hit maintenance, you're still there. You have a coach for life, and a friend for life that will guide you wherever you are on your journey.
And then, how did you get certified to do this, Ingrid?
So with Optavia, I decided after seeing my success with it and just the ease of the program overall, I wanted to share that with others. So Optavia has their own kind of certification, and it's really to understand and learn their programs. And there's so many different. There's program for seniors, people with gout, people with diabetes, teenage obesity. There's so many different programs that they want you to understand the programs and how it would fit for each individual with their own journey. And that's that certification.
Oh, okay. So how much time do you spend on it? I mean, in your job with it?
As a coach?
Yes.
It depends. It's some clients of mine just send me a text, and others like a phone call. So it's a couple, it really depends on how my clients are personally with me. But I do some Zoom meetings with Optavia in our community. We're really focused on, it's 4 components of our program. So we have the personal health coach. So it's someone that you can rely on. It's confidential, and you have someone you can touch base with. Community is a huge piece. There's someone, alongside of you all over the world that are doing on their own journeys that can help support and lift you up during yours. So when you feel down, you can jump onto our Facebook page, your local community page within Optavia, and there's just so many people there to help lift up. We have our Habits of Health Transformation, which is really kind of like a self-exploration and journaling to really help you throughout your journey and changing of your lifestyle. So many people journal and reach their goal, but then they go back and redo their journal because it's different responses. Once you kind of change and have new habits, it's a different outlook on life sometimes. So,
and have you found that people that have gone through it, are they good at staying on maintenance?
Absolutely. There's a majority with Optavia that do because of the components and the one-on-one connection with their health coach, and just with the program overall, that there is a longer I don't know, maintenance of being able to keep the weight off, or when you reach your goal, being able to maintain that.
Oh, okay. And what do you get out of it? Is it does it really help you stay on your journey successfully? But it must be really gratifying to see people being successful because of your involvement with them.
Like I said, it's almost like a gift I wanted to share with people, because it's a no-brainer. It's so easy to do, but for me, you know, losing my weight and being able to understand where I am in my journey and being able to share that with someone else, so hopefully they can, you know, reach their goals, wherever that is. But for me, being able to be fully present for my family has been an amazing transformation for myself as well. So yeah, thinking of it as a gift and having some grace for myself and accepting
and you've had success, Ingrid, because we've got a picture of a couple.
Yes.
And do you do many couples?
Not many. I do a lot of just individual people. I did have 2 friends, but then one friend stopped, and you know, but the other friend continued, and you know, is on her journey. But yeah, it's great when you have that partnership. And this was actually, so our company Optavia was also in 2020 named part of the Fortune 500 company, the second fastest growing company in 2020. And this couple was featured in today.com. So we are nationally recognized. It's just not some little program, you know. It's an amazing program with you know, a great president that has himself been on program and really has designed this to help people. You know, we don't sell anything. We just want to be able to give back and help others.
Well, it's been interesting because I've been working with a local high school student on legislation around eating disorders, and it's amazing how much I learned about just people's difficulty in being able to control their relationship with food. And it can go either way. It could be they're controlling not having food, or they're controlling having, or they don't have control over their food intake. And so one thing I think as a health coach, you can tell me though, how much emphasis is there on food? I mean, is it really changing attitudes about food, or is there, I know with some programs people are constantly weighing and measuring and very limiting on what type of food they can have. So how is that relationship with food addressed in, you know, from your perspective as a health coach?
Well, it's really kind of going back to basic of learning what a healthy plate looks like. So it's, you know, the guesswork's kind of taken out of it, because we want to fuel our body to constantly work all day long. So some people are like, oh, I'm doing the fasting. Like, all right, that might work for some, but for others, it doesn't. Your body goes in starvation mode sometimes, so it's storing the fat. You know, there's a lot of different sciences behind all of them. But with Optavia, we really promote eating every 2 to 3 hours, 6 times a day. And that just keeps our body in a constant motion and properly maintaining your body and how it's working. But with that, we retrain our minds really of what a healthy plate would look like. So with the protein, the non-starchy vegetable, healthy fats, it's going back to basics really, and starting that habit of what that looks like. And then we move into, okay, well, 2 meals a day. Like, you know, we kind of work through that process. And with the journaling and the self-exploration, it kind of helps you understand that relationship with food. Or why am I leaning toward this versus something else? You know, what's really holding me back from with my weight.
In your opinion, Ingrid, what's the biggest obstacle or the biggest, you know, threat to people's health or keeping a healthy physical health these days?
It's themselves. It's ourselves. It's our inner self saying, that's okay, I can do whatever I want, you know, or making those excuses. We like to call them obstacles and not excuses, but we just get so routine to say, I can do this on my own, I know what I need to do, because I've said it many years, you know, but being able to step outside of that and look at what you're really doing. What are you consuming? What are you eating? Or, you know, without going crazy too, weighing every little thing, reading all the labels at the store. Like this Optavia doesn't do it that way, right? Okay. We really help you in an easy way understand simple habits and build up from that, and that's where it's easy to maintain.
Oh, okay. And kind of along that line, I just kind of almost forgot my question.
Sorry.
But no, that's okay. One thing I think we expect people when they want to lose weight is you have to have good willpower. You have to have strong willpower. But what I'm hearing you say is that you have to have the desire, you have to have the motivation, you have to realize you're at that point, but you don't have to do it alone.
Not at all. Yeah. Exactly that, you know, and yeah, we all, it's willpower. I don't have the willpower. I can't cut this out of my life. I can't do that. That's just another obstacle or excuse, right? How many times you go out for a special drink or beverage, right? Dunkin' Donuts or this or that. What are you putting into your coffee every day? It's just the simple habits that you change, you know, that can really help and be the long-term lifestyle transformation that can make or break you sometimes, right? And those are the simple things, but then looking into how we can change our habits. And it's all habits. And they say it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to change a habit. And then that,
yeah, it's much easier then. It's
it
not
is
unusual.
Yeah, you know, everyone can do it. You know, it's hard. I've had a hard time doing it sometimes, but, you know, working together with your coach, a friend, a partner, like the couple from the today.com, you know, or us, you know, with your sisters or brothers or whoever, you know, mother-daughter combinations, whatever, having that connection and helping someone lift each other up during that journey is always helpful. But just having the Optavia community itself is also helpful. So yeah, you're never alone on any journey, no matter what. So it's just finding those communities and those people.
And what was the biggest reward that you got? Like when you look back and you achieved your goal, and what were some of those like benefits? Like, oh wow, I can fit into these pants I haven't worn.
I was able to find some old clothes. You know, everyone has that bucket of, or, you know, clothes pushed back in the far corner of the closet, and it's like, oh, I'm able. I don't have to wear my maternity pants anymore. 3 years after a child, but you know, we joke, but we do it. You know, so many women do that, and men too. They, you know, that'll fit me, and I'm gonna lose some weight, and I'll fit into that eventually. But you really are able to. You know, you can give away the baggy clothes or whatever clothes we may be hiding, no matter what the issue is, weight or emotional, whatever. You know, we can kind of put that aside and look ahead, and whether it's buying a new outfit or fitting into old outfits, things like that, or preparing for a wedding in the near future, you know, having some goals definitely helps as well.
Now you have children, you're married, and when you were on your journey, how did this impact, you know, at home? Like, did you find that your family was supportive? I know in my experience sometimes it's difficult because I might be eating something different that my family didn't want to eat. How did that work?
Our family, my husband's always very supportive, and you know, we were careful about wording with my girls, you know, because I have 3 girls, so I didn't want them to be like, oh, mommy's on a diet, you know. So we really, because it's a transformation and it's a lifestyle change. So okay, I'm eating healthier, so you're eating healthier, right? So I can eat regular protein, fish, chicken, you know, we have that. So the dinners, you know, we were able to have more fun and introduce new foods to the girls as well. So just all of that was fun. And for myself, we just shared with the girls, you know, mommy's getting healthy again. So, you know, we're able to understand and explain to them, you know, what I was doing and have them be part of it. So cooking healthier overall for the family. You know, I'm not making a separate meal for myself and a family of 5, you know. We all eat the same thing. Granted, you know, some days it's mac and cheese for the kids, and, you know, I'm going to still focus and eat a separate meal that day. But overall, our dinners are the same, but I just may not partake of the heavy carbs that they love.
Well, you know, I think that you raise a really important point, Ingrid, because one of the things I've learned about working on this eating disorders issue is just the body dysphoria happens so much younger, that girls as young as 5 or 6 feel like, oh, I'm too fat, or, you know, I don't look the way that people on television look, and I need to. And they sacrifice health for this image that isn't realistic at all. It's not real life. And so I like the fact about just the way we use language to help guide us to where we want to go.
Yeah, and kids are kids, you know, they're going to have their chips or whatever, you know, and but being as an adult, being able to be honest with them of, yep, mommy is, you know, working on herself, you know, and this is what, you know, it really didn't change our dinner lifestyle. As a family, we like to sit down and eat a dinner. I always had the same protein as them. I still do. It's just, I'm not going to have the potatoes or this or that. Certain things I'm going to skip while they eat it. But we're eating the same vegetables and everything. So it's not a drastic change of, oh, mom's over there with a bar, you know? It's nothing like that. It's just, it's the family coming together and having them, including them in the conversations and making dinners. That's just what makes it really fun. Making them try new things too. It's just been really fun.
And what about the fitness component? You know, we talk about what's going in, but what about the fitness and the energy? Is that part of your health coaching as well?
Absolutely. Movement's so important, you know, and just a simple walk. So some people have such sedentary lifestyles because we work behind a computer most of the day, you know, myself included. So it's getting out, you know, trying to incorporate those times, walk the dog or take a walk with the kids or with your partner, or go do an exercise class, yoga, what, you know, find something that there's some movement, and that definitely helps.
No, that's good. And it's sometimes I don't have it on today, but I like wearing my Fitbit too, because it will give me a reminder, because
just
you can spend so much time behind a computer, and you don't realize all the time going by. So getting that prompt.
And hydration is also a huge thing. So, you know, we really encourage, it's just water, you know, your body needs that water, but that's what really helps your body regulate and release things that really don't belong in it. So that's huge as well. And just you know, for me, I just couldn't buy certain things anymore because otherwise I'd snack on it. But, you know, we're not a big soda drinker, so our kids, you know, it's a treat when they get soda when they're out, you know, but it's just those types of simple habit changes that can really set up for success.
Well, you mentioned soda. Years ago, my husband was having this esophagus issue, so we had to cut out soda. And I was having maybe a Diet Coke a day. I would bring it to lunch when I was working in an office, and sometimes if I came home, I'd have another one. So we went totally to water. I mean, we'll have seltzer, flavored seltzer, just filtered water. And
what change
I can't
did you
really
feel?
Have soda now. I taste it, and
sweetness.
It's like, even the sugar-free, it just tastes
still
like a
good.
bunch of chemicals.
And I'm not trying to, you know, tell everyone stop drinking soda. You know, it's nothing like that. But it's definitely it's looking at what we put into our body. You know, and I just posted something today on my Facebook page of, you know, we're so concerned of how we look on our outside, our hair, makeup, or just our clothes, and we go to the gym, we do this, but what, you know, what if you looked inside of yourself? Like, what are you putting in, and how are you treating your body, not just the outside? Whatever you put in is going to be eventually reflected outside. So we have to think of, you know, our insides and internally, emotionally and physically.
Oh, it's good. This has been great to talk to you about.
I'm so glad you asked me on. Thank you.
Thank you. And I think, you know, especially in the summer, people are always thinking, oh, I've got to put shorts or a swimsuit
bathing
on.
suits coming.
And
absolutely.
Hopefully it'll get them to think more about their body and changes they want to make to become healthier.
And it's not a negative kind of, you know, I don't want it to feel negative for people of, oh, it's always on weight. It's how you feel. It's how an individual feels, right?
How it's making you feel.
And everyone's different. So, you know, it's a judgment-free zone, you know, when I talk with individuals and seeing where they are and where they want to be. And it's being able to have them see where they want to go and help them envision that, and that's what really helps drive them on their journey as well.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Ingrid.
much.
And thank you for joining us today.